First ATV Supercross Championship Series updates. We are only 2 weeks away from our series opening. We're going to go over a couple different things that have changed, including schedule. We're going to explain how signups work, and biggest questions are about the All-Star Series, so we'll get that taken care of. I actually have a couple guests with me. I've got Cody, C-O-D-Y. His YouTube channel, if you ever want to check it out, is Cody C-O-D-Y. I've got Hayes Dab or Yoshimura28. His YouTube channel is Hayes Dab Yoshi Team. And then I've got the God True Brew OG. His YouTube channel is True OG. Check him out. See how you can whip glitch, cheat, all that stuff. We are going to go over a couple things. First thing is, and if you have any questions, just shout them out. So, with the All-Star Series, there's been a ton of people who are interested in racing it, who didn't get the invite, who are still fast. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a qualifying race. It's going to be here on this track, Denver, and it's going to include the following names. So if you hear your name, you're going to have to register for this and try and qualify for the All-Star Series. It's a one-time qualifier, and the names are Cal 450, Haney, Dark Spy, Ariel YTB, and Jerome 318. Obviously, anybody can try and qualify if they want. If you're super slow, don't show up. But if you have some speed, sign up. Registration will open tomorrow. It'll be on the Facebook page. The names of the guys who don't have to worry about qualifying, who did get an invitation, are Yoshimura28, Yoshimura24, True Brew OG, MXFP Kohas, Got Band 59, and CODY. So if you heard your name there, you don't have to show up for this qualifying race. But if you didn't hear your name, your qualifying race will be on January 1st. The time's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific. For the Euros, Jerome, you will be at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that kind of stinks, but that's the only time we can do. We'll talk about maybe changing it if possible, but for now we're going to stick with those times. Let's see what else. Am I missing anything? Oh, the track is Denver, if I haven't said that.
How many people are qualifying out of it?
Oh, great question. So, because there's 7 guys who are not having to qualify, there's going to be 5 spots open. We talked about expanding it and actually bringing heats into the races and having more than 12 guys compete, but that's just going to be too hard and take too long. And if we come down to, the 12th fastest guy is never going to win, so there's no point in the 15th. So we're going to stick just with 12 guys. So the way it'll work with the qualifying race is if you are gonna race in it, you're gonna show up, and it's gonna be a 20-lap main event on Denver. Top 5 qualify. So hopefully that'll be able to separate who's truly the fastest or not. But if anything happens, sorry, that's just how we're gonna have it work out. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So the other question people are kind of confused about is how to sign up for the race series. Remember, there's 3 of them. So there's the 250 17-round series. There's the 450 open class where you can race a 250 or a 450, and that is open to the public as well. And then there's the 450 All-Stars. Remember that the 250 class is on Friday, which will include heat races and a 15-lap main event. The 450 open class will be on Saturday and will include a 6-lap heat and a 20-lap main event. And then the All-Star class, the 12 extra riders, will be Sunday. And the time has changed in order to let Kohas and any other European riders race. It's going to be at 6 o'clock Eastern time, which is 5 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Mountain, and 3 o'clock Pacific. If anybody, obviously Americans come first because we're the best, so if there's anybody that is having issues and can't make that, just message me and we'll talk and see what we can do. But hopefully that'll work out. If you are in the All-Star class though, remember the most important thing is if you're going to compete in this, you have to try and make every single round. And that's why we put it on Sunday. Hopefully work doesn't get involved or anything like that, but the goal is to have all 12 riders in this thing at the end. So if you're a guy who thinks you're only going to be able to make 6 or 7 rounds, please race the 450 open class and not mess up another guy who can make all the races and is pretty fast. Other thing is career numbers. Got a couple questions about that. The way it's going to work is if you're going to run, or let me restart, people who can run a single digit number are guys who competed in either the PS3 series or the PS4 series that was last year and gained 1 point. So if you ever made it to a main event, you can be a single digit number. If you have never raced in the series before, you have to be a double or triple digit number and keep that number throughout the year. So there will be a career number registration opening up tomorrow as well. And all you need to do is just enter your number there. That way no one else can run it, and it'll be simple like that. Remember, single digits are for only people who have competed in this personal series before in the past. There is no number 1 because my brother won't be racing, so no one, Brew, can be number 1. Other than that, red plate, hopefully this makes sense. We always have issues with this because there's some morons out there, but red plate is only for the points leader, and there will be a disqualification from the race if you do show up with a red plate. And so obviously I'll probably be the only one running it, and so don't worry about the red plate. But if for some reason I'm not leading the points, remember it's only the points leader. Okay, and then the last thing we need to go over is how to register for the races. So because, oh no, one other thing we have to change. So I got confused and had to talk to the MX guys through Facebook to find out exactly how these track downloads are going to work. I personally thought that the Anaheim 1 would happen on the 7th, the January 7th, and then the tracks would come out the next Tuesday, which would have been, oh gosh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that, but I was wrong. They're going to actually come out with Anaheim the Tuesday before the race. So that's going to actually push our schedule up 1 full week, which is awesome. So the track is going to come out the 3rd or 4th of January, which is Anaheim 1, and so you'll have a couple days to practice the track before the weekend. Obviously the 250 guys will race it first on Friday. Outside of that though, we're going to push the schedule up. So January 6th, just to repeat myself, is the 250 class. January 7th is going to be the open class, and January 8th is the All-Star class. And the times will be the same, except for the All-Stars changing, which I said before. So when registration comes, it will come up on the Tuesday, so which will be January 3rd, I believe. And it'll pop up on Facebook, and there'll be a picture of Angel Stadium, and it'll say registration for Anaheim 1 for the 250 class. Once that pops up, will go into the comments section and you'll comment your gamer tag, and then that's all you have to do, and that means you are registered for the race. Then I will put all the heats together by speed and go from there. There will be 3 separate registrations, 1 for each personal class. So make sure you get the right class. I will have it in bold letters which one is which, so don't mess it up. but it'll be all of them will be open on Tuesday. The All-Star class will not have to worry about registration for the All-Star class because there's only the 12 riders. But for the open class and the 250, it'll be right there. It'll have Angel Stadium and we'll say 250 registration or 450 open class registration. And you go from there. Hopefully that makes sense. Just to repeat one more time from my video before, if you are racing the All-Star class and want to race any of the other series, you're only eligible for the 250 class. You can't race the 450 open class. If you are not, though, in the All-Star class, you absolutely can race both series. I know someone's going to ask me that again, but I'll try to repeat it as much as I can. You can race both series, the 250 class and the 450 open. So hopefully that answers everyone's questions and how registration will work. Remember, just comment your gamer tag and that's all you have to do and you'll be registered. You do have to register each week, and so it'll always be on Tuesday and it'll be for that 250 and 450 open class. So if you have any questions, I wanted my other guys on this chat here because you can get to know them. Remember, you can talk to Hayes Dab or Yoshimura28, True Brew OG. If you want to risk it, you can talk to Clinch, or you can talk to Cody. So that is everything I've got. Hopefully it all makes sense. If you have any questions, please talk to either me, Yoshimura, or Brew, Cody, or Clinch. They should know what's going on. Remember to follow their YouTube channels as well. Make sure you subscribe to this one. This one will have all the updates and information, as well as for every all-star race. Hopefully these guys will have their race broadcasted. So if you have a favorite rider, if you have a favorite rider, please subscribe to their channel and watch them as much as they can because they put a lot of work into this, and we want to get this series rebuilt after last year and a year off. So hopefully that makes sense. Ask any of us if you have any questions. Other than that, we will see you on January 1st for the qualifying race or January 6th for the 250 class, and that is all I've got.
Hell yeah.
Let me quit this broadcast.
Fuck. Who's in second?